I'm going to process all this meat, process as in repackage it and stick it in my freezer. I've got my Ziploc baggies, my marker, a tray underneath. All I'm going to do is zip them open, pop them out whole, stick them in a bag and flatten them so they lay flat in the freezer. Alright, this is ready to go into the freezer. There's 4 flat bags, 1 pound each of ground turkey, and 4 flat bags, 1 pound each of ground beef, and it's the, what is it, 94.6, something like that. I don't know what it is. It's the lesser fat kind. So 8 meals here probably, and I'm going to get after that ham. I did the quick soak method for these navy beans, and they're ready to go in. But first I'm going to put the bone in, so that means I have to debrief Mr. Porky here. Okay, nobody cut themselves this time. I wore gloves too the whole time when I was doing the hamburger, the ground turkey, and now the chicken. I'm sorry. I did the ground turkey and ground beef in gloves, and then I did this ham. So the ham, some of the pieces and the whole bone are in this small crock pot, and I'm wondering if it's going to be big enough. And I need to put in the chicken broth. I'll do that next. All right, everything's in there. The beans, the ham, some carrots chopped, some onions chopped, some garlic, I didn't put any pepper. I might let them do that. I put a little bit of Worcestershire. I don't know if I should have done that either, but I did. And the bone, of course. And then I put a bunch more loose ham in there. And now that's going to cook, and I will give that to them this evening, my parents. They're both in their 80s, and I just like to do stuff. I don't do stuff often enough. So anyway, I'm going to show you with the rest of the ham. This one, I put cooked to 140 on these because this had not been cooked. And if they use it for something, they need to put it in a pan and fry it first, I think. All right, so there's 1 bag. And then this one is the one I'm going to use. I'm going to put it in the fridge and use it right today and later for sandwiches and stuff. I plan to make breakfast for dinner tonight. They're having French toast and ham slices and some kind of fruit. I don't know. Cuties maybe. So along with the 8 pounds of ground stuff, it's got to go find a home for it in the freezer. And that is what's for dinner, Mom and Dad version. And I told you what I was making, so you don't need to see that. I'm giggly today. I don't know what my deal is. I hope you all have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow. Good morning, everybody, and happy Saturday. Today I have an open collab, and it's hashtag mix it up in the kitchen. That's all one word, even though it looks like it's not here. You want to put the information, mix it up in the kitchen, in all one word with the hashtag. And then the hostess, the mostess, is at Maniac Grammy's Homestead. Also, all one word. And when you start typing it, you'll probably see it pop up, and you can just hit that with your cursor and it'll finish that for you. Okay, if you want to get in on this, you can do it every Saturday. You can do it once in a blue moon. This is my first Mix It Up Saturday. So, make anything you like. Now, yesterday I made my mother and father, who are in their 80s. My mom is 81, my dad is 86. And they live just down the road. And so I made them some dinner, and I made a, what would you call that? A bean soup, bean and ham soup. So I have all this ham, and so I used that. And I had beans, and I used that, and I used carrots and onion and, all of the good stuff. And I put it in my crock pot, and I cooked it all day, and my intention was to drop it off. But I didn't, because it was hot, screaming hot, until about 8:30 at night when they're both asleep. So it's in the refrigerator now. It's in a container that locks down. I'm going to take it over there today, and they can warm it up, and that'll be better for them too, because they don't need a whole crock pot on their counter full of bean soup. I know she puts stuff in the freezer when they don't finish it. So for dessert, I'm going to make Lazy Creek Homestead's peanut butter brownies. So I'm using a boxed mix. It's just, let's turn it around, shall we? Pillsbury chocolate fudge. I'm using a 9 by 13, which I just sprayed with Pam. And I've already put in 2 eggs, a 1/4 cup of water, and 2/3 cup of oil. So I'm going to put the stuff I've already got together away and get you in closer so you can see me making it. If you decide to do this collab, you'll have a lot of fun. You'll see other people that have done it, and you'll want to be sure to tag Maniac Grammy's Homestead in your post. All right, it says to mix the water, the oil, and the eggs, and my eggs are at room temperature. It doesn't say that, but I try to do that. I got those all mixed together, and it says after that, you can just pop in your dry brownie mix and mix that all together. Oops. Hey, I didn't spill it. I got real close, but I didn't spill it. I started with a spoon. It says 50 strokes, but I felt like I wasn't getting it up from the bottom, so I've changed over to a spatula. That's better. All right, this is done, and I just kind of gently tried to spread it as evenly into the bottom of this glass baking dish as I could. My oven is already preset to 350 degrees. I'm using Jif. I don't remember what Nicole used at Lazy Creek Homestead, but that's what I have in the house. So I put this in the microwave without the spoon for, I don't know, bursts and busts of, checking it, putting it back in, checking it, putting it back in. So probably depending on the container you use to do it, the kind of peanut butter you use and stuff, don't turn your back on it, because if this blows up in your microwave, oh, what a mess that would be. Worse than butter, I imagine. Here's the consistency that I have here now. Okay, so I'm just going to tip this ramekin and see if I can get it to all come out in, ribbons. Yeah, that's the ticket. Ribbons. Some of you are too old, too young to remember. Yeah, that's the ticket. Saturday Night Live used to be so good. I don't get it. I don't know who the... Okay, I don't know how much of this you got or how much of it I just talked to a photo on my phone, but I've got this ramekin with the melted peanut butter, and it's pretty loose. So I've just put this in here, and that's probably enough. I'm going to leave it like this rather than swirl it in, because I don't know, maybe I should swirl it in. I'll swirl it. She did, and I don't want to wander too far off what she did. All right, I've got a pick here, and I'm just going to swirl like you would if you were swirling anything you bake. I do around and around, Get some in the corner here. And I hope this turns out, because my mother is a huge peanut butter fan. She taught me to make peanut butter fudge at a very early age. All right, there we have it. Ta-da! Into a 350 degree oven. How long shall I cook this at 350 degrees? It says to cook it for, should we call it thick? No. 9 by 9, 8 by 8. Oh, here we go. Thick. 13 by 9, 28 to 31 minutes. I'll check it at 25. Okay, I've got what I used here, except for the amount of peanut butter, and I just put 2 regular spoons like you would eat, your meal with, 2 of those in a small ramekin. Watch it close. So it was 2/3 cup oil, 1/4 cup water, 2 eggs. And after you get those mixed together with a fork, you'll add in your dry actual mix. Put that in a pan that has been greased, and you'll have to look at the back of the package to see what kind of pan you're using, baking dish, what kind of, anyway. Are they going to be in an 8 by 8, a 9 by 9, a 9 by 13? It's all different. Mine is going to bake at 350 degrees for 28 to 31 minutes. I melted that peanut butter. I swirled in with this here pick. Okay, again, here is Brenda's information at Maniac Grammy's Homestead. Everybody join in if you want to. I'll do a still of the finished product, but not cut. Thanks for joining us, and please subscribe if you have not yet. All done. I didn't get to the corners like I thought I did. Well, get to 2 corners. It's kind of pretty, I think. I hope it tastes good.